Hello, welcome back to another episode of Eating While Talking to You, where I'm going to eat while talk at you. Today we got bento box. I think this is a spicy pork bento box from the M2M food court, which just opened up next to me. M2M is like a Korean grocery store type of thing. It's also a special episode because it's a Q&A. So I'm going to be answering all the questions from the last video. Oops, I got an ad. Spicy pork bento box. Looks like we got some of that spicy pork. Looks nice and spicy and pork-like. We got some kimchi. We got some gyoza. I don't know if it's focusing, but it's right there. Sorry, I got a little head start. It was good. And we just got some regular soup here. Let's get into this real quick. I'm starving. I don't often eat Korean food, but I was feeling like it today. Spicy pork. Really good. I feel like what makes spicy pork, like I'm usually not a big pork person, but that's very fatty. Great flavor. Decent spice. All the good things. Kimchi is good. Pot sticker was good. And there's salad here. I'll have one or two of those. Anyways, all right, look. Question 1. Do I cook for myself? I don't often cook because, I don't know. I like eating out. Ever since I graduated, a majority of my money goes to eating out. I really enjoy doing it, and I like trying different foods. So I don't really cook a lot. If anything, I'll make like I just will throw chicken in an air fryer. That's as far as I get with that. Okay. Next. Since I want to do YouTube more, what are some other videos that I want to do other than eating? Okay, so this is a good one. Pivot to YouTube. I talk about this a lot with some of my friends, but on TikTok, I'm sure you guys have realized that I've kind of pivoted away from being a food reviewer, and I've even made a slight pivot from doing food-like content. And I want to be able to do that on YouTube where I can do a variety of things. I kind of want to be able to do whatever I feel like doing. I feel like that's a sweet spot with content creation, and not many people get to do that. It's kind of what everyone wants. They want to do exactly what they want to do. And with TikTok, I feel like I've started to almost find a niche in becoming a personal page where people will just watch me versus like, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is with YouTube, I'd like to do anything I want. And whether that's like doing funny videos, like whether it's commentary, reacting, cooking, talking, story time, I just want to be able to do it all. But we'll see. I'm figuring it out. What is a culture that you enjoy exploring food-wise? Ooh. Look at inside that gyoza real quick. Not too bad. I think it's pork and vegetables. It's fried pretty well. Like crunchy pretty good. It's gonna have to be Asian food. I think I like exploring different types of Asian cuisine because they're also different. And lately I've been really digging Vietnamese food, like different types of Vietnamese food versus just like pho and like banh mi I used to think about. And I've been trying to get different things on menus when I go out and eat Vietnamese food. I would want to explore my mom's and dad's food more, Laos and Cambodian cuisine. I had it growing up, but since leaving the house, I don't get it and try it too much anymore from different spots. So I guess just Asian food. I'm Asian. I like Asian food. Next, have I ever considered making calorie challenge mukbangs? No. I don't think that's something I really want to do. Just because I don't know. I'm not a big, honestly, if I'm gonna be so for real, let me get real with you guys. I used to be a pretty overweight kid, and I went through phases of having issues with like eating and tracking calories. And I don't know if I want to make videos surrounding that where I feel almost, it's just rice and pork, I'm just showing you. I don't know if I want to make videos surrounding that or it makes me feel obligated, because like, if those videos did really well, I'd almost feel obligation to start making things around eating a lot of calories. And I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I want to get into that lane, because there's a weird thing with getting views and making videos where it's like, you have to find a good balance, right? You have to care about the views, but you also can't care about it too much where you kind of lose yourself in it. Hence the cheese series, right? From TikTok. Lost myself in that. Do I think I'll do any no-looking cooking videos again? Yes. Slightly formatted different. I have this idea. I'll give you guys a sneak peek where it's called, basically, it's going to be me trying a food and then trying to replicate it without a recipe. For example, I will try Subway cookies and I'll try to make their cookies without the recipe. Like, or I can make a chicken Alfredo, whatever, without a recipe. And it's very similar to no-looking cooking. It's pretty much, yes, pretty much same concept. Next. Could I start a series where I eat foods from different cultures? Yeah, I am doing this without, honestly, I'm doing that without even making that the point. As in, right now I'm eating foods. Every single time I eat these foods, this kimchi is actually pretty dang good. I'm sure it's a kimchi they sell at the store. I don't know if you guys like kimchi. It's just like fermented cabbage. I'm doing this. I'm pretty much eat what I want to eat. And right now, because I'm eating on camera, I do like trying different foods from different cultures. So yeah, there'll be more cultural variety. If I was a late night host for the night, who would my 3 guests be? It probably would be me, and my 2 college roommates, Josh and Mikey, and then Ryan Higa, and then we would just ask them questions for the whole night. And as long as the rules are they aren't allowed to leave, that would be it. that would literally be it. And then we would just ask them so many things. If you guys don't know, Ryan Higa is a YouTuber, big inspiration for me, obviously. I actually only say that just in case my uncle's watching this video. My uncle and my mom likes watching my videos, like some of my family do, and they would have no idea who Ryan Higa is. So there you go. Ooh, a lot of questions from Ethan King. Okay. If I move out of Seattle, where would I want to move? Probably California. I don't know if you guys know this, but Seattle has really cold weather and it gets dark and it's cold and it's rainy. There's this thing called the Seattle freeze. Some people don't think it's a thing. This pork is delicious, by the way. This soup is all right. But I feel like it is. Every winter I always get a certain way, and making videos helps a lot with it. It was actually a big part of why I started. I'd like to go to California because it's sunny. What was my general career goal plan pre-content creation? It was the goal, my dream, my whole life was to always do this, content creation. I always wanted to do this. I always wanted to be a YouTuber, always. So I'm the type of person that always, it was just plan A and I never had a plan B. I always wanted to do this. And I wanted to go to college to grow into myself more and become more comfortable to be able to do this. But I knew there was a possibility that it never worked out. So in the meantime, I would have wanted to understand social media from like the business perspective. So like to become a digital, do digital marketing or social media branding or just something along those lines. But I always wanted to do social media. This was my number one dream as a kid. Favorite video of mine. On TikTok, it is the corn video I did where Hayden, one of my buddies, challenged me to eat corn in under 50 seconds. And the video was pretty much me being like, oh, I can easily do that. And then I did it. And the funny thing about that video is I actually started eating the cob. And I didn't start thinking about eating the cob until I started eating the corn. Like it was very spontaneous. And I think that spontaneity, I think that makes it really funny. And I always think that's like one of my funniest videos. Like that cracks me up because I wasn't even expecting, like I caught myself off guard. A lot of the time, the bits that happen within my TikTok videos, I like kind of know I'm going to do it. Like I have a general idea, but that one was so spontaneous where I was like, yo, this would be hilarious if I did it like 5 seconds before I did it. So that's my favorite video I've ever made. Not a comment, but please put in your video. I love your videos because you're a really chill guy. And I hope you make it really big. Thank you, ValisQ3061. Appreciate that. Is this what an OG looks like? Another amazing video. What are some of your top highlights from 2024? From Sophia Anderson, which is my girlfriend, by the way. She commented. And I actually replied, you. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then someone replied to that to chat, is this Riz? What is my top highlights from 2024? Good question, Miss Anderson. Well, a lot of things happened in 2024 specifically. I graduated college, I went to raves with my roommates and my girlfriend. Obviously, like got really, if anything, the last 4 years were the best years of my life. I think just like every single year I've lived with the same, pretty much the same 8 people, and I think every single year with my roommates it has been the best year. My college roommates, still keep in contact with those guys. Of course, I love them to death. I think just being able to spend another year with them, um, or is just my top highlight. Along with I made some really great, amazing friends. Sean obviously started dating Sophia. It's like all these great relationships I made in my life, but some more specific things. Obviously TikTok. Um, and yeah, I feel like the biggest change that happened in 2024 was actually social media starting to take off for me. But everything else that made the year great, I've had in my life for 4 years, like a long time. Um, so I guess my favorite part about 2024 was just being able to fucking live it, just being able to go through it. But social media was definitely a new thing that popped in my life in the 2024 year. That it changed my life, man. I'm so grateful for that. Let me think about something very, very, very specific. Okay, I got one. An event, the Riot Games event I just went to, where I did a collab with Riot. That was the coolest thing I've ever done in my whole life. I've been playing League of Legends for 12 years, playing TFT for a long while too, and being able to meet the Riot team and some League of Legends pros and just some people I've been watching for forever, man, that's cool, man. It was a really good trip. Went with one of my high school best friends. Grew up playing League with that guy, and we went, and I was sponsored and flown out by Riot. I still talk about that to this day. That's my peak life right there. Next, do I watch any sports? Sorry if you guys like, I don't know if you guys are more curious about the Q&A or the food. This salad, I'm not gonna eat it. Someone commented to eat my greens. I thought it was my mom. It very well could have been. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll get into it. This pork though is delicious. It's very like, oh, it's not focusing. It's very like moderately spicy, but it's spiced. You know what I mean? Like it's got such good flavors. I saw her cooking it in the back. That shit was fresh. Do I watch any sports? And if so, what team? My dad is from Houston, so I always have kind of followed the Houston Texans. Football, by the way, American football. And the Seattle Seahawks. Fan of both of those teams, been and watching my whole life. And the Texans, I guess. Those are my two. Love Detroit Lions. I think everyone does. I think that's like America's rooting for them for sure. TSM. Just kidding. I think they're canceled. I have no idea. I used to love TSM when I played League. Like everyone. Like every League of Legends player. What do I think of Lebanese food? I've never tried Lebanese food. Maybe I can look into that for next video. Okay? If I can only eat one food for the rest of my life, what would it be? Pho. No question. Pho, extra meat. Just all I need is just like rare steak in there. Just need steak and pho. That's all I need. A good, nice bone broth like the one my mom makes. And then I'm golden brown. Have I ever been to Late Night Vintage in Cap Hill? Yeah, love that spot. I've been there a few times. I think I got some pieces for them, just mostly crew necks. Some shirts. I get a lot of I got some of my good shirts from there. Yeah. What's my boba order? I don't have boba that much. Like I never get it by myself. I maybe get it sometimes with my girlfriend, but it's not like at the top of my list. Taro. There you go. Let me make it simple. Taro and tapioca balls. Love taro because it tastes like Oreos, and Oreos is my favorite. Opinions on eating bitter melon? Also, I didn't know that you guys were going to ask these questions. So this is all like me really thinking about it. Bitter melon? Bro, my mom loves that. Dude, my mom loves that shit. Like she loves bitter melon. Growing up, seeing her eat it, she would always make it in this stew, like this kind of clear bone broth stew with bitter melon. And she loves it. And it's disgusting. If you guys don't know what bitter melon is, it's exactly that. Imagine a sweet honeydew, cantaloupe, just sweet and juicy. And imagine every sweet particle that makes the flavor sweet is bitter, like really bitter. It is similar to, it's just It's bad. I don't like it. That's my opinion on it. Would I ever consider doing an ASMR mukbang? I don't think it's my thing. Maybe it might do well, but I don't think it's my style, if you know what I mean. I like talking. This is fun. Big rice ball. What's my least favorite food and why? Mushrooms. It's weird. It just tastes weird. And I don't even think they need an explanation. That's just weird. What's my favorite meal without meat? The meals you always eat look good, but I'm vegetarian. Oh! Sorry. Focus on the rice. Oh, look at that. It's gonna fall. Oh, vegetarian meal? Oh, geez Louise. Spring rolls. Spring rolls. Right? Spring rolls, totally vegetarian, totally delicious. They're not always vegetarian, but they can be. And most of the time I eat them, they are. My mom makes them. And she makes them vegetarian. Sometimes. Spring rolls. Bang. Or peanut sauce. Scrolling through, sorry. Was I devouring this or what? This is really good. I really do enjoy, man, just rice and meat. That's a jam. Bread and butter. All right. What's the craziest meal I've ever had? Gosh, let me think, man. I'm trying to think about when I was in college, really broke, couldn't afford um, a lot of nice meals and was budgeting and everything was tuna related. And I used to eat tuna with everything. Um, Craziest meal I've ever had. But to me, it wasn't that crazy. But looking back on it, I'm like, I can't believe I used to really eat like that. Um, I think the situation around it makes it crazier. But for almost a year straight, I used to have really weird OCD about my meals and my macros. Used to get my protein in every day. I honestly think I went a year and a half straight getting my protein in. But for like 6 months, I had this phase of I had a pound of ground beef every day, plain with ketchup, and a can of tuna inside of it, and 6 eggs in the morning. That was my meal like every day for 6 months, and I was totally fine with it. Didn't have a girlfriend, didn't go out to eat, nothing. Just that. So that situation right now is crazy because I couldn't fathom doing that anymore. Top 3 favorite restaurants in Seattle. Okay, number 1 is Tan Bros, the pho spot I get. Love pho. I love that spot. Tan Bros, I don't know if it's my number 1, but it's one of them. Bang Rack Market. Bang Rack Market, it's a Thai spot. I don't even know where it is, but I go there. I've been there a few times. It is the OG Thai spot. If you guys want good Thai food in Seattle, go to Bang Rack Market. It's like a good date spot, right? Good vibe. And number 3, um, goodness. Trying to think about places I go back to a lot. Oh, Yak So Noodles and Thai in East Lake. Really cool vibe in there. Really sweet workers. I did a video with them and they reposted it and they recognize me when I go back in. They're really sweet. Their food is really good. Good portions. So I think those are my top 3. I'd say. When I try Jamaican food, specifically oxtail, rice and beef, I fucking love oxtail. That's my jam. My mom makes that, so that sounds right up my alleyway. Oxtail, rice and peas. I'll look into it. I definitely want to try more African food. Just because I'm not really too well versed in it, right? I just never grew up eating it. My parents are not African, so they don't cook it. And yeah, I just don't think there's a lot of Asian food around Seattle, so that's what mostly what I ate. But grown man now, I'm out of college. I have a car, I can go wherever I want. So more African foods on the menu. Yeah. What's my powerlifting total? In comp, 159 pounds body weight, 1127 pounds. I was bad. I was bad. My squat was always bad. My deadlift was in the 5s. Bench was like high 2s, like 270, 280. And my squat has always been bad. Never figured that one out. I have weird legs and yeah, dog water work ethic is what it boils down to for me. But I enjoyed doing it in college. Okay. What's my favorite movie? Everything Ever All at Once. It used to be Ratatouille for about my whole life, and I watched Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I've never cried to a movie before like that. I've never bawled like that. I was bawling. That's just the first generation Asian childhood family relatability. that it got it out of me. And I had a really hard cry to it. I think I needed it. And I was watching it with one of my roommates, Mikey. And we both were just crying. A really special day that was. Because my first powerlifting meet was that day. I was really excited for that. And I had way too much caffeine, had like over a gram of caffeine. And I got really sick after. Just throwing up. I had way too much caffeine, and then I pass out, wake up at like 5 p.m. And then me and Mikey watched that movie. And I think it's a lot of emotion was boiling over because I was like powerlifting off so much caffeine, got sick, and then woke up and watched that movie with them and was crying. I was like, dang, it's one of the best things ever. Like, it was what an emotional roller coaster of a day. I finished all the pork. I feel like I didn't talk about it too much, but that's okay because it's a Q&A. I'm not going to eat the salad, but I'll like nibble at it so I can keep talking. And it feels like I'm doing something. Right. Okay. What video games do I play besides League? I have a PC that can run anything right now. All I play is TFT and League. I used to play Overwatch, CSGO, Valorant, like party games with my friends. But, Smash Ultimate. I used to play at the Western Washington tournaments when I was in high school. I just love playing Smash. That's like me and my roommate's favorite game is Smash Ultimate. So, Smash Ultimate, that's a jam. Question, do I watch Quang Tran? Funny you say that. Hell yes, dude. Quang Tran, Matt Stoney, Ben Dean are my top 3 Asian food people that have inspired me to do what I do today. I think I take elements of what they all do into my videos now. It's funny because Quang Tran back in the day used to implement some lifting clips in his food videos. I used to watch him way back when, like early high school. And that's kind of what made me kind of want to get into working out. Like part of it was like, dang, this guy's jacked. Like he used to, dude, now we think he's like a little bit older, but like he was jacked back in the day and he used to lift and post it in his food videos. But yeah, I do like Quang Tran. He's got a great vibe. He likes food and looks like an amazing cook. I would love if that dude made me some pho because every single time he has a pho video, I go get it. Like on TikTok, I'll see his pho clips and I'm like, dude, I gotta go get pho. Love Quang Tran. Good guy. Hope I meet him someday. I think that's it. Guys, that's it. That's the whole Q&A. This was a long video. Let me know if you guys made it through. I will eventually do another Q&A, sometime in the future. So yeah, overall, this meal was good. It was, there wasn't really much to say about it. Spicy pork rice, vegetables, and all the good stuff. Anyways, hope that was interesting for you guys, at least. I'm honestly still trying to figure out exactly what my route here is on YouTube, but I think the more I post, and I think I want to start posting daily, the more I'll figure it out. And I'll slowly just figure it out. It'll be cool. It'll be a good time. Here's a close-up of the spinach, just in case you guys have never seen it before. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh my gosh. All right. Hang up and hang out, everybody. Thank you guys for watching. I'm outro.